everybody, and welcome back to the InTouch Masters Day 2 here, as Day 1 yesterday concluded with the open bracket finishing. And we're here to conclude Group A. One final slot available, Moonglade.
We are down to our last match, Apollo.
Yes, we are. It's going to be Jjakji versus San to decide which player will go through alongside Zest to make it to the quarterfinals, to make it to the playoffs, which will be starting on Saturday. Which player are we thinking here?
It's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, Jjakji played very well against Zest, and I mean, San played very well against Illusion, quite convincingly. So, man, I think I'm going to give it to Jjakji, though. You know, thinking about it a lot, thinking about how well Jjakji played, especially in his first game. He played a very aggressive game, and he did a lot of damage to Zest. And like, oh man, I think Jjakji can do it.
Wow, that's big, because if this was a game in WCS Europe, it's San hands down every single time. But here it just feels different, as you mentioned.
Slightly different, you know. It feels like Jjakji has practiced very hard for this match. I mean, for this tournament, and it's showing. It's showing. I mean, he took one game from Zest, a game that I was not expecting he'd take.
Yeah. And he looked like he could have taken the series as well, to be honest. So
yeah, very, very close.
We'll see how he's going to do. These players will be playing on stage. I think they're going to get introduced to the Chinese audience in a couple of moments' time. And of course, guys, this is a piggyback broadcast to the Chinese stream, as we'll be looking to deliver you the best quality English cast that we can, which is why we've got Moonglade.
No, it's why we got Apollo. I'm just here, just chilling. You know, I was walking around China. I'm like, hey, IEM's on this weekend. I think I'll stop by. And
then we saw you, and you were already wearing a white T-shirt.
I was wearing
it. We gave you a tie.
I suited up, and I was like, hey guys, what's going on here? Remember me? I'm Moonglade from Team Salmon. And then you guys just let me sit down here. So it's been a lot of fun.
And here are both the players being introduced into the Chinese audience. Of course, San and Jjakji will fight in one final best of 3. As mentioned, decide who will be in second place. And there's our Chinese host.
Looking very handsome, stares down the camera.
Stares down
Bit of
the
a
camera.
nod from the cameraman.
He was like, wow, you beat me. And he had to look away.
So it was like the staring contest with the camera. Okay.
That's trying to get at. All right, so you say Jjakji. I want to still say San.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen both these players play, you know, week in, week out when it comes to playing in Europe in the WCS. They both attend all the tournaments there. And to see San eliminated at this stage of the tournament, it doesn't compute.
It doesn't seem right, I agree. I mean, he's such a good player, but Jjakji, he's playing very well against Protoss, and
yeah,
I don't know if he can pull it out. I mean, the maps do favor him. A lot of them do anyway, so we'll have to wait and see.
All right, well, I think the map veto process is happening now, or has already happened, I'm not sure. But we'll be jumping into this in a couple of months' time. And if you didn't know, this is going to be our last game on the main stream here, as Hearthstone will be taking over.
Oh,
and we'll be covering their half of the day. But there is San. One best of 3 from being eliminated in the round of 16, which hasn't happened in over 9 months' time. Looking at 10 months now. So
that's a long time.
It's a long time. Oh, look at that. Look at the color of the... It looks like veins on his neck, and I actually thought they were veins.
What, you thought that was a vein?
Yeah, before. In this previous series, I thought there was a veins.
Wow, if he had that kind of vein, I'd actually be worried for him. I'd be like, someone needs to get a doctor.
And now I just realized it's from his headset. I actually thought they were veins before.
His neck is like jacked for some reason. It's like, how did he get a neck like that?
Ready. And there is, of course, Jjakji, who started off decently against Zest, but unfortunately couldn't quite go the distance in the best of 3, and then went through Illusion in quite fast fashion. We were wondering ourselves if they'd even played, because we saw Jjakji looking over Innovation's shoulder.
That must have been a really quick match.
Very quick series.
A bit of a shame. I really was hoping Illusion could do something and kind of maybe cause an upset here, but oh well. We get to see Jjakji again, and he's so damn good, so I don't mind.
He is good, and if he plays like he did in the first game of the day, the first series of the day, then he's definitely got an opportunity to eliminate San from this tournament. Both players rank very highly within the WCS. San's rank 4, Jjakji's rank 11. Zest just pushed himself a little bit further when it comes to his point gathering, being in rank 8. So each one of these players, top 11. Already in Group A, and then don't even get me mentioned about Group B.
It's crazy. There's so many high-ranked players at this tournament, and this is where they should be. They need to get those points to secure their spots.
And to be honest, each one of these players at this type of tournament in these external tournaments, you should be getting deep runs. That's why you're ranked so highly in the first place.
Absolutely.
You want to be pushing those points to make sure you do stay top 16, to make sure you can play at BlizzCon. And I think Susie did a good job earlier. She got Zest to give us a couple of words.
Yeah, she's doing a great job over there.
She's
getting some answers out that we really want to know. You know, they're very polite. The Koreans, they're very guarded with their answers, and she needs to break down those walls. You know,
break down those walls.
Get her chisel out and just start hammering away at the
hammer
wall.
away. Get some laughs and jokes out from San.
Yeah.
But good to hear that Zest thinks that no matter what it takes, he's going to go to the global finals to play at BlizzCon.
Excellent.
And also that he thinks he can beat Tasia, which is a big, big story that a lot of people are very interested in seeing at this tournament. Tasia going up against some of the Titans that play over in Pro League.
I'm looking forward to that.
They shall meet, hopefully, says all StarCraft fans.
And countdown has begun for the match, so we'll be getting into it right away.
All right, the first map, merry-go-round. A decent starting map here for Jjakji. Would give him a nice boost here.
And we saw this last time with Sand versus Illusion, you know, going into this map that's not normally favored for Protoss at all.
All right, here we are, the final series of Group A. Not the final series of the day, but the final series for his here on the main stream, of course. Our stream B will continue on. Up here to the top left, playing for Mind Sanity. Calling out the good luck, have fun. It's Jjakji. And then down to the wee bottom side of this map, playing for Yowie Flash Wolves, it's San.
Indeed.
Scary guy.
Is he though? Is he scary?
No, he's actually a complete opposite.
He's like a teddy bear.
He's like a teddy bear.
But maybe inside the game he's a little scary.
He runs around and giggles when you tickle him.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been doing.
That's right, Moonblades. That's what you do with these pro gamers. You tickle them.
That's what you have to do, mate.
That's what you have to do.
And your best friends.
All right, we'll see how this is going to shape up. Of course, thank you to Funker with a capital K for observing here today.
Doing some excellent work.
And we'll be continuing on for the rest of the tournament. Are we going to see San play aggressive? He played, you know, slightly aggressive really against Illusion in Game 1 and Game 2.
He did.
Or at least hints of aggression.
Yeah, he did indeed. And I mean, Jjakji also played very aggressive, especially in the first game. And this is a map to play aggressive on. I mean, you can shut down the third base. You can do a lot of dropping on this map. The airspace is insane. One of the biggest airspaces on the map, in the game, I would say. One of the maps with the most amount of airspace is what I'm trying to get at here. My English is gone.
My English is gone.
Yeah.
I know you speak a little English.
Speaking Australian now.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
You know it. You know it.
Oh, sleep-deprived Apollo is crazy, Apollo. I'm crazy. I slept like 2 hours last night because my body wouldn't let me sleep.
Yeah. That's a shame, man. Tonight you'll sleep well there.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think you will.
If I best not take a nap this afternoon, otherwise I won't be sleeping well.
Yeah, that would be the biggest mistake of all.
Try not to do that and go for a swim, I think.
You brought your tugs?
I brought them. I brought my Speedos.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Speedo guy.
I'm ready. All right, so Zealot first here from San. He may cancel it, of course. Usually Zealot's there to clear out the engineering bay potential or something along the lines. But we do see Jjakji here with a scouting SCV before the Reaper's out on the map, and the Zealot is cancelled, so the Nexus will get planted.
So no delays there. No engineering bay going down, so very sort of standard opening from both players. Reaper expand, and Nexus pretty much down at the normal time, bar any delays.
Reactor behind that for Jjakji, but he's mined a lot of gas here. He's still at 76, 78 gas there, 70, well. And, you know, he's going to be heading up towards a factory here, unless we see something a little bit crazy like an engineering bay come down soon for an early +1.
Yeah, there's a factory.
Will get planted.
Yeah, good call there. So we will definitely be seeing some drop regression, I think, above all else. It could be really anything. And, I mean, if he was watching Sand before, Mines could do the work. Mines could do the trick. I mean, don't show them early. Don't put them on that ramp. Drop them in the mineral line, and you're going to score a lot of damage.
Has San scouted anything yet? His probe's hovering to the top right.
It went up there, and that was it. I think he might have forgot about it, actually.
Did he forget about it, or is it waiting to build a pylon? No, I think he forgot about it.
Yeah, he forgot about that.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. He'll realize and be like, no.
Yeah, nice robo placement, by the way. I do like the position that it's in with that pylon there. More difficult to scout.
Yeah, well, the Reaper's always trying to get into the main. He's not really looking around the natural too much. So we'll have to wait and see exactly if he's going to go in again and scout.
Well, we do have the starport on the way. Widowmine being made. The probe, the long-forgotten probe, is now returning to duty. But what to do, though? It can't really achieve that much. And, oh, that Reaper.
Juking and jiving, looking for proxies. Misses the probe, though. So probe going to stay up top. Can put down a pylon. Potential for harassment later. And this early robo is going to do a lot of work, actually. That observer is going to help so much against this Widowmine.
Well, he's rushed down the robotics bay here, San. It's quite a fast robotics bay, fast double gas. He's got no idea about this, though. Remember, he's got no idea until this very second. He may... Well...
He knows. Oh,
well, he knows about the robo
knows.
for sure. Jjakji knows. He doesn't see the robotics bay, but he knows the robo's there. But San's still without the information to maybe have observers in the right place. He's still not built one.
He hasn't even made one. He pretended to make one. But it looks like he's just straight up rushing Colossus here.
Oh.
This is such a rush, and it could actually come back to bite him if this Widowmine gets in a good position.
Yeah, he's definitely rushing this Colossus. We may see a two-base Colossus attack or something along the lines with San rushing this Colossus out here.
That's exactly what I'm thinking at this point, because yeah, going for Colossus at this point with no observers whatsoever, he is going for gold. He wants to win very early. But Jjakji does too. And if he gets Widowmines in both mineral lines, he's going to cause so much
he'd have to cancel the Colossus or rush it out, but then there's detonations available. Ooh, San. Let's find out. One on the natural, one on the main. Photon overcharge available. 2 Stalkers here. Where is he going to go? And it looks like he's going to plant it on the ramp. Still no detection, remember. And the Widowmine does plant one on the natural as well. So really good split play here coming out from Jjakji. And the Widowmine gets a good hit there. 3 kills-ish. 4 kills on the natural.
4 kills, wow.
1 in the main.
And, he's doing a lot of damage here. He's got to find something soon, though. Like, he's kind of running out of time with the Colossus there. It's not looking good. Might get the mothership. No.
No, he doesn't get the mothership. Colossus alive. Observer being rushed out here to deal with this. But the speed of the Colossus is still intact.
Yeah.
But, he's losing a couple of Stalkers here. That's not good. 2 Stalkers down. And a pickup.
Hey, he saves a lot of Marines there. Quite a lot of damage done.
Another Widowmine. Another Stalker.
So that was actually pretty effective, I would say. And not only that, but he scattered the really fast Colossus. So he's like, whoa, okay, hold on a second. That is way too fast for a 3rd base. That's going to be all in. Yeah,
and he's picked off 3 Stalkers that would have been supporting the Colossus as well. So it's just ideal, really. That was a very nice play from Jjakji. 3rd command center come in. Not a care in the world for how fast that was. Stim coming down. Still, he is a little bit open to an attack here. He's got to be careful. It's not as easy as he may think it is.
He might have to bunker up for this, it's going to be hard just with Bio on the ground. It's 2 Colossi there, not that many gateway units, which is going to help a lot. But
no bunkers. I don't think he may have realized how fast this actually was. He's sending his units out. An observer spots it, so he does know about this.
And he runs into Colossi. He's like, oh my god. And this is a horrible position to be in. No bunkers whatsoever. He's going to have to pull SCVs for this.
No stim, nothing. This is not so good here. There's a lot of force fields available to cut this up as well if the SCVs do come for support. And any Viking that does come out, there's 5-6 Stalkers here. This is beautiful, actually. And Jjakji not really realizing the full potential he's in. If he had like 2-3 bunkers down and was pulling around his SCVs,
he'd be in such good shape by now. He's taking a lot of damage on the CC, forcing him back.
And all that San has to do is force field and stop the Vikings. It's that simple at this point.
Yeah, this is such a controlling position here. Such a bad position for Jjakji. He's going to go for it, pulling SCVs.
Oh, so many Stalkers here, and the command center's burning down. He's lost the natural mining. Here comes the fight, and 1 Viking down, 2 Viking down, and even 2 Colossus remain alive. Absolutely disastrous here for Jjakji. So much damage being dealt. The force fields are ideal here, using the supply depot as a force field. And good micro as well. Good spread from Jjakji, so he is fighting well. But is he going to have enough RAM? He's lost every single SCV on that natural. And there's so many units being warped in here.
I mean, even at this point, if he cleans up, he has lost so many SCVs at this point. It's going to be hard to come back from. We do see more warp-ins. He wants to keep this Colossi alive.
He does, and well, he's going to kill off some more SCVs. So stim forward towards that Colossus, and he shall pick it off just about. But he takes a lot of damage meanwhile. These Marauders do take a lot, but if you look at the actual damage here, 50 supply Terran, minimal SCVs at this point. 23 SEVs. He's going to lose a lot in the middle, though, but Sand can start to warp in back at home. He's going to try and just kill off as much as he can with the units that are left over. And there's a small window here for Jjakji.
Yeah, small window. I mean, he does have mules. That's probably the one thing he's going for. But his economy pretty much is at a standstill compared to Sound's at this point. Sound just kind of has to remake Colossi, remake his gateway, go for another go for another attack. I mean, the Medivac count kind of got reset as well. We only see 2 Vikings on the map for now. So
third command center, though, so that does offer 3 sets of mules here that could allow a comeback potential, but still, Sand's just delivered such a big blow over to his opponent, and he goes in, sees a very limited-sized army. And only units are being made from Sand. If he wanted to move away from this type of style, then we'd see Forges come in maybe, but no, he's just second Colossus, more units, time to go again.
He just wants to kill at this point. He's like, okay, I killed so many SCVs, I killed your army pretty much entirely, except for the reinforcements. And from here, I think 1 or 2 Colossus plus all my gateway units is just going to finish it. And you know what? Jjakji runs into the Colossi again. He's like, oh, you're coming back, and I'm still not ready. I still don't have bunkers down. I don't have anything to deal with this.
Oh, a flank, though, but it's spotted immediately. Nice try there from Jjakji, but 2 Stalkers do find it. Nice try. That could have been very nice if he came from behind maybe towards the Colossus, but...
Definitely a lot of potential there.
Oh,
wait a second. Oh, wow.
That's a big pickup.
That's actually insane. He could actually stabilize from that.
That's a massive pickup. That's so big here. There's still a lot of gateway units. Another Colossus is brought in by hallucination. And here we go. Another attack going to come in. Units coming home to defend, and he may have enough here. There's a lot of Stalkers. There's not that many force fields. He does retreat back. There's 4 Vikings in the sky. A Forge is being built here by Sand, so it looks like he does have plans to back off, but that would allow Jjakji to utilize that 3rd command center that he has landed.
Yeah.
He's still building a lot of units. A Twilight Council's coming in here.
He would actually get ahead from this point. I mean, 3 mule, 3 CC building. No upgrades so far for Sand. Already +1 attack for Jjakji. And he already knows the unit composition, and there's no way Sand can transition from this just yet. On 2 base, after investing so much in gas units, he could very well follow up and do some critical damage.
Yeah, Jjakji just needs to get combat shields, and he's looking really beefy when it comes to this army. He's got a good amount of Vikings. There's not that many Colossus compared to the Vikings here. There's 6 already, and still more being built, only 2 Colossus. This is looking rather good here for Jjakji to turn this one around.
Yeah, very... A lot of potential there for sure. And we already have 7 Vikings on the map, 2 more being made. We do see charge underway and armor. But will it be done in time is the question. I mean, I'm sure Jjakji will be making a move soon.
And if he makes a move with drops, he could get caught off with the amount of Stalkers. But look at that. If he just goes for a frontal attack soon, he's looking very good. 94 army supply to 72. He survives the all-in attacks without any bunkers, as we saw before. He's managed to recover with his economy. And Sand's realized the position he's in. He's just scouted his opponent's 3rd base. He's whacked down 2 more gateways. A Templar Archives coming in as well. And a switch up of composition, which is smart. We see Immortals now and Templar Archives. And of course, you mentioned the Zealot Charge and Zealots being used. But does he have enough time to build up nicely off that?
Yeah, that's the biggest question here. I mean, on 2 base doing all this is pretty far stretch. You usually see this on 3 base. You kind of see this kind of transition into a lot of Zealots, into charge, into upgrades. But when you're forced to do it on 2 base, it's going to be so much harder. He's really banking on crushing this attack and then transitioning from there. But he's down 20 supply.
Such a big army from Jjakji. Big. 11 Vikings to 3 Colossus. And then you've got the 25 Marauders and 27 Marines left over underneath it. And, well, 1 Immortal's in. He's going to have to use feedbacks and Archons here. Hallucinated Colossus, well, let's find out if this is going to work. Well, no, they go down pretty much instantly. And look at that. Jjakji's targeting the right ones down. And there are nothing. There's no damage output after the Colossus are gone. The force field's working against this Protoss army. And as you thought may happen here in this series, Jjakji's taking a massive lead here. He's going to stream in. A lot of units being warped in for San at this point, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough Vikings in the mix as well. And Jjakji looks in fantastic shape. Simming forward, GG called, and he takes map number 1 away from San.
Well, to be fair, this was Jjakji's map for sure. Like, merry-go-round, perfect Terran map, so much space, and obviously no attempt at getting a 3rd base at all from the Protoss. So He was kind of expecting, I think, this was like the biggest chance for Jjakji to do some damage. From here, he's got to follow it up. We've got to see what the next map is going to be, and from there, we can really make a decent assumption of how it's going to go. But very solid game from Jjakji.
Very good play. Very good play from Jjakji. A couple of mistakes from San. You know, it's losing that Colossus in the middle was absolutely game-changing.
That was complete game-changer. You can't lose a Colossus in that kind of low econ sort of positioning.
No, you can't, Moonglade.
You can't.
You can't.
Apollo, you cannot.
No exceptions to the rule here.
Not even for San. You know, he might have done well. He might have done well in the past, Apollo, but not today. Not that game.
Not that game at all. He's been slapped down by Zest, and now he's facing elimination. One game. He needs to win the next 2 in a row. Otherwise, San is out of the tournament so early. And Jjakji, as a Terran, would steal his spot as the second place finisher in Group A. Are those beats? They got B's on them. Look, B.
Beats?
Is it B? Beats.
Like
Dr. Dre.
Beats by Dre? Aren't they meant to be red?
Well, why is it B then? Is it not a B? Maybe it's an A.
Could be an A.
I don't know. Maybe I messed up. They are meant to be red. I think Jaedong's got red beats.
Yeah, it looks like he does.
Yeah, I think he has. Well, the next map's going to be Overgrowth here, so this is the most played map when it came to Season 2 WCS, or should I say, the least vetoed map. Oh.
Well said. And this is the map that Jjakji beat Zest on.
Right.
Watch out.
Jjakji's coming.
Jjakji's coming.
Jjakji's gonna get ya.
He's looking ready. He's like, yep, this map again. I beat one of the best Protoss in the world just before you.
Jjakji's looking good. Looking very good. He looked great in Sao Paulo as well, actually. He got a top 4 finish there in Sao Paulo.
Nice.
He looked really good earlier on this year. Of course, that was in Season 8 before the Katowice World Championship, but he looked good there, and he looked like he was going to start his year off really strong, but he's had a couple of disappointing results since then. But here again at another Intellistory Masters, things are looking good.
Off to a good start. And Jjakji asking, can we 2 minutes rest?
Ooh.
I don't know about that, Jjakji.
Jjakji.
Come on, mate.
You're meant to have stamina. Where is it?
Yeah, seriously.
Seriously, man.
Seriously, bro. I know, like, you're not living in a Korean house anymore, and you don't have to play all the time, but still. Don't be so lazy.
It's like, in my insanity, in the house there.
I could go play League of Legends right now.
I could, yeah.
Wrong, Jjakji.
No, Jjakji, you're not in the house right now.
It's not okay.
You're in an international tournament. But,
and I'm pretty sure, like, San does not want to be waiting after a game like that. He'll be angry.
He is a finalist from an Intellistory Masters, of course. San did get to Singapore last year, in the end of 2013, around November. And we'll, of course, be looking to repeat that success, but hard to do so when you're facing elimination from a player who seems to be on fire right now, and that's Jjakji. He is warming his hands up in the booth. There is air conditioning to keep the players cool.
Kind of jealous right now. It's a little hot here, Apollo.
It is hot under the spotlights. But look at San, man. Doesn't really face this kind of elimination game very often at this stage of the tournament, at least.
Looks like he might be in shock.
And
all right, and both players ready.
Interesting enough, Jjakji's asking if what the last map is as well, just for maybe a bit of a plan from 1 game to 2, just in case.
Yeah, you kind of think he should know for sure what the last map is
like,
already.
What is Fox?
Fox?
And then admin did confirm.
So Foxtrot, first time we'll see this map, this tournament, for us at least.
All right, we're loading into map number 2 now. Jjakji 1 game away from advancing in 2nd place in Group A. It would be our 2nd quarterfinalist alongside Zest. And here is that man up here to the top right of Overgrowth, the least vetoed map. As the red Terran player playing for my insanity, it's of course Jjakji. And his opponent down here in the bottom left-hand side is the blue Protoss player playing for Yowie Flash Wolves. It's San. I just realized.
What did you realize?
That Funker is actually observing for the Chinese stream as well.
He is indeed,
so
isn't he?
We could mess with them.
How?
We go, all right, Funker, let's mess with them. Go to the Zelnaga Tower on the left for no reason.
And zoom in.
they have to cast off this.
And zoom in.
And zoom in.
And maybe go sideways.
Go sideways a little bit. That's right. And then go to the other one. We got to look at the other one too. Also remember, Funker, that you're going out to the audience too, so behave. Don't confuse the poor audience. And no more writing in English either. They can see that.
Yeah.
They saw it when you were talking before. They got no idea what's going on.
Do it in Chinese next time, Funker.
Funker.
Come on, mate.
I've completely forgot when we were messing around with Funkadelic. As much fun we're having. He's writing in Chinese. Funker. Behave.
You cheeky bugger.
You cheeky bugger. Is that Carmack observing or is it you? All right,
Standard,
gas first. Or not gas,
standard opening.
Reaper builds.
Reaper build, Reaper expand. Good
I see
for this
J-Dog
map.
smiling, man. It's one of the happiest sights to see.
Oh, it's so nice to see him smile.
I see him smile. He's playing with Carmack right now.
Warms your heart.
Wow. J-Dog. He's disappeared for like a month,
He's disappeared for a while.
And he's smiling now and he's having fun. Uh-oh.
This is great.
Nerds, watch out in Group C.
I don't know. I think he plays better when he's like unhappy and angry.
That's right.
He looks like
the hype.
He looks like a killer, man. I'm sorry.
Kill the hype, man.
I'm sorry, man. Don't worry. We'll slap him up before he has to play. We'll get him sorted.
All right, so quite standardized openings from both players here. We have Sam with the good old one gas gateway, looking for an expansion, most likely off the back of this cancelled Zealot. And then we have the Reaper opening from Jjakji, who's also back up to a high gas count.
Yeah. It's like he might be going for something here. What exactly?
Factory play again. He got pretty much, a good set of damage done in that previous game.
He did a lot of great damage.
But, San did play into his hands, though, as well, so...
Yeah. Going for that greedy kind of all-in. Completely avoiding going observers whatsoever. And that's going to happen to you sometimes if you're unlucky.
You greedy Protoss.
Greedy Protoss going for all-ins.
And Reaper does go in and just spots the regular wall off here. And spots the Nexus being planted. It is a second barracks, though. So it's not factory play this time around. He's going to switch it into regular play. Of course, has a bit of gas banked up, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and then an engineering base just slapped down. So,
very fast +1. I like this a lot. I like this style. Definitely adds a lot more pressure early. Can do a lot better timings, a lot better harassment with that +1.
It is slightly greedy, per se. Not getting stim out faster, but does benefit you, obviously.
Yeah, I guess it is a little risky in some cases. But if he gets to it, I mean, it's going to be great. And Jjakji is very aggressive on this map, which he needs to be. And he can be very well.
All right, well, the Twilight Council has been put down. San, what do you have planned here? You're going to work out well against what your opponent's up to. That San does not know, by the way, that it's not going to be any Factory Widowmine play. He did attempt to go DTs against Illusion, but that's not going to be the case here, I'd imagine, with no Probe out on the map. It's most likely going to be Blink. And there it is.
Yeah, I mean, San has not scouted anything. Not a thing. He's finally moving out with the Stalker to the first Zelnaga Tower. And behind that is a probe, so he might want to get a probe out in the map to make these to get down a pylon. It's going to really help out these Blink Stalkers. But we got a Reaper kind of on patrol, looking for anything on the map as well.
How many gateways is this going to be, though? Is it just going to be 3?
I think it would have to be 3. I think any more is too much of an investment and kind of stops you from transitioning. And we do see a Robo go down as well. So it'd be like Blink Stalker pressure and
Reaper gets in, sees 2 gateways. He's going to swing around and see a 3rd one as well. And sees, more importantly, no other gateways. So he knows it's just 3 here, so he doesn't need to worry too much. He does get a probe with that as well. And look at this. I think Jjakji's as cool as a cucumber right now. He's like, all right, 3 gateways. It's kind of a low amount of units you've got there, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I know exactly what's going on. And he's moving out on the map straight away, so he's not afraid of these Blink Stalkers whatsoever.
And he's going to catch a probe here on this right-hand side. And now he knows that the aggressive probe has been killed. And San's just going to back off from this point. He's got 6 Stalkers on this right-hand side. And SCV's coming around to see if a 3rd's been put down behind this, if this is a complete fake out.
And we got +1.
Yeah.
Almost done here.
And looks like with the map control that Jjakji has, he sees the units and a very small amount of units here. He's going to go straight for these Stalkers. And unfortunately for San, this has not worked out in an ideal way, really, unfortunately. There's even that SCV, I think, went to the third and now is on the natural and actually saw the gases there, sees the robo. He's like, all right.
He's in complete control. These are like perfect scouts from the Reaper and SCV. Yeah. He sees exactly what he needs. He's like, oh, okay. Blink Stalker, and he's trying to trade here, but got to be careful.
And now that +1 attack stun, +1 armor's already on the way. Double bunkers coming in from Jjakji, so he's not completely sure he's safe. He has spotted quite a few units in the middle of the map, which is, you know, obviously in an aggressive stance here, but very shortly he'll just salvage and get the hell out of here, man, because he's got a good army size, he's got good upgrades, medivacs are coming into the game shortly, and there is a good window of opportunity here for Jjakji to capitalize on his opponent trying to be aggressive early.
Yeah, I mean, Blink Stalker will definitely help out shutting down these medivacs, but at the same time, I definitely see Jjakji doing some damage here. There's simply not enough units out on the map. I mean, that no Colossi just yet. Robotics facility, or Robotics Bay, almost finished. So it's still going to be quite some time until Colossus are out. So we'll at least see some triggers of the Photon Overcharge when Jjakji finally decides to come out. Kills the Observer. Perfect timing to do that too, and move out.
Yeah, and this is just, look at the amount of units that Jjakji has. He's really playing well this tournament so far. He's 42 army supply to 29, and depending on the level of damage that this creates, he could be looking at a 2-0 here, an absolutely fantastic result. So San's got to play this out very carefully, brings down one of the Marauders, nicely controlled there by him, only losing shield damage.
Yeah, and we see only 2 sentries, 3 zealots, and like 8 stalkers on the map, as well as Photon Overcharge. So, you know, a stim running with 2 medivacs could do a lot of damage here. He could actually kind of trade efficiently. Under that Photon Overcharge.
The way that this looks, it looks like Jjakji's had 5 barracks just pumping out units.
It looks like that, doesn't it?
It does. But it's only 3, just because of the way that Sans played it. And now, you know, Jjakji has the added benefit of all these units and a third base, and now the extra barracks coming in later. Just things are working out in his favor now. This is a nice zealot, though. This is actually going to slow down that third, potentially. Oh, no, 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 no. No, it's not, Apollo.
Not at all.
No, no, no.
Not at all.
Not the way that Jjakji's playing, it's not.
No, he's completely on top of everything at this point. And we see the rocks go down for Jjakji, but you know, he doesn't want to capitalize of it. The Colossus is out, and Sand going on the map now, looking for trouble, looking for these Marines.
Yeah, I mean, Jjakji, I don't know if it's him being on a team or something, but everything seems awesome. Everything is cool, man, when you're a part of a team. I
agree completely. That's exactly what you need to get ahead, especially in StarCraft. Wow.
All right. So things are working well, as you can see right now. And Jjakji continues to take his lead here. The Sand does take a third, though, and he's got his tech switch coming in with the Templar Archives. And Zealot Charge is going to work out 2 for him. And we'll see where Jjakji's going to take this next. He's hasn't really tried to push his luck too much, though. He's able to maintain the little edge that he's had, but not try to gamble it further right now.
Well, he's kind of just creating pressure here. Like, he checked the third base. He killed the rocks. He kind of, like, let Sand know that he was there and he was coming, but at the same time, he was taking down third base. He was making a third base at the same time. He gets it down. He's ahead at third base. Nexus is nearly finished now, but Jjakji's has kicked in for quite some time.
These Zealots here. Jjakji doesn't want to be allowing easy access like this. And that is easy access. 2 Zealots get into that mineral line, kill a mule. And overall, the compositions, if you think about what Jjakji has and what San has, he's starting to maybe slightly favor San a little bit here with the Archons being added in, the armor upgrade kicking in. But I think we may be seeing an SCV pull here, right?
I definitely think so. I mean, at this point, we have 9 Vikings on the map against 4 Colossi. He's going to need a few more if he really wants to take them down quickly. But yeah, I think this is definitely an SCV timing.
Yeah, there's a couple selected on that natural, and a couple are coming to play. All right, Jjakji, let's see if this is going to work. This is your ticket to this quarterfinals if this works. And here they come. Choo-choo! The boys are in town. And Jjakji's going to look to close this one up. But does San have enough of an army, of a defense to do this? He's got 4 Colossus. He's got a cannon in the middle there. 5 Colossus. Time warp's available.
He is set up pretty for this.
Zealot charge as well. And this is going to be interesting. Now this is going to work. A good time warp on the ramp is going to be so effective here. Slowly trying to climb up that ramp is going to be very difficult. And here we go. There's one time warp. He's going to try and get the other one down as well. He doesn't quite manage the second one, but here's the engagement. And is it going to work? 3 Colossus remain. The third one gets targeted down. The Stalkers blink forward. And San says, hello, boys.
But at the same time, there's 1 Colossus left and still so much bio. I mean, Jjakji might have actually broken the front line here.
All right, the second Colossus about to break out. Only 1 Viking left, remember. And it's only a bit of the army that's been touched. San buys a bit more time warps in another round of units. Couple go to this third base, which are going to destroy the pros, but Sam with the second Colossus now, third one on the way, with no Vikings left. It's going to be almost untouchable unless somehow he can get to them. And here goes another fight. Zealots charge in, and these Colossus go untouched, and San pushes this one back. And he deals with the timing from Jjakji. He does lose a couple of probes on that third base, no doubt. But 29 to 17. 27 SCVs remain for Jjakji. He has no further upgrades, no further tech, and is now starting to fall dramatically behind.
Yeah, this is not a good position to be in. You know, he kind of broke the lines. He almost got rid of the Colossi count, which would have been essential to winning the game.
Yeah.
And from there, you know, he just didn't have a follow-up because he used all his SCVs, as Terrans do in this situation.
All right, San coming to close this one up to take us to game number 3 here. He needs to get their Zealots at the front here. Stalkers blink to the left and are going to target down the Vikings, and Colossus remain strong. No, not going to work there either. Fortunately, though, Jjakji does break through the front, but 2 Colossus remain. Stalkers are going to get back onto that final Viking, and another wave of units comes in for San, who does have the superior con. Remember, can continue to warp in over and over and over again. And Jjakji down below 40 supply. GG is called, and San will equalize the tournament, or this series up, and keeps alive in this tournament. Is not dead yet.
Not dead yet, but, you know, very close game. It was almost maybe like those, it kind of looked like when that fight just went down, like the Vikings were slightly out of position. They were kind of too much over the army. The Stalkers kind of just blinked back, and they were right underneath the Vikings, which did a lot of damage and really stopped Jjakji from taking out every Colossi. And I think that definitely played a lot.
Yeah, it did. That did help out so much for him. And well, Jjakji, if you think about the way he played versus Zest, you know, he was winning. He had opportunities to finish it, but let the game slip away. Cannot be letting that happen again here. He's in prime position. He won game number 1. You just need one more map, but San fights back to equalize this up. And we're going to Foxtrot next.
Foxtrot. What a map.
Foxtrot.
What do you think about this map, Apollo?
I love the name.
You love the name?
Foxtrot. It sounds filthy good.
Filthy good.
Foxtrot.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. It sounds like a good name. But the map itself, I find debatable.
Yeah.
I debate this map. I look at it and yeah.
Yeah, it can be a very difficult map to be played out here. I think that, you know, the way that the Protoss will need to take a third is going to leave his main very exposed. The natural wide open is also a thing that could also expose the Terran player against potential attacks as well.
Yeah.
Then you've got the split map scenarios, which are going to favor Protoss the longer the game goes.
Absolutely, and it's so easy to split the map. I mean, like, you have 3 ramps in the middle. It's always going to be, it's never going to be a vertical spawn. It's always going to be across the map, across this choke.
Yeah, so looks like players are just confirming. Oh my, that is the sickest of close-ups. That was so close we couldn't even make out whose fingers they are, but they are Sans.
They're Sans?
They are Sans.
It's got like a little bit of a sword on that thumb.
Look, I was right. I know those fingers.
You know Sans fingers, man.
He's from WCS Europe. I know those fingers, man. I know. Look at value hair on on his shirt.
Family Mart, that's a good sponsor.
Family Mart and Value Hair.
I want to check out Value Hair now.
I know.
I might have to check that out.
I should get my next haircut at Value Hair.
I want some Value Hair. High
valued hair. And there's, of course, Jjakji. And they were talking about the maps, because this map, I think, when it was originally put out there, was, I think Blizzard put the map out that was the wrong map version.
Oh, really?
Which you could only spawn, I think, if I'm not correct. You could spawn close positions, like vertical.
Oh, really?
I think, or something like that.
Oh, that would be
So the players were
rough.
just double checking to make sure that it's either horizontal or cross.
It should be definitely like horizontal or cross. It cannot be
That's
vertical.
what they were questioning, I think. That's what they were double checking in case there was some kind of mistake.
That would be huge.
Game 3, last game here today on the English stream from Shenzhen here at the Cartoon and Animation Festival. That's right, we're in China at an anime festival.
Yeah, it's pretty cool here. I mean, there's a lot of cosplay.
There's a lot of cosplay.
A lot of otaku nerds.
A lot.
You know what? I kind of fit right in here. I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched a lot of anime in my time.
I fit right in, guys.
I fit right here. I'm a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
And I'm proud.
I'm a nerd and I'm proud and I got long hair and the girls all around here just want to dye it blue and make me an anime character. My name's Moonglade.
I should have just kept the long hair, man. Like, I would have fit right in for sure. It's like, is that a wig? I'm like, no. It's like, you look like that guy from Game of Thrones. I'm like, I know.
And then Clarice is like, no, that's me. Don't take that away from me, Moonglades. All right, so it looks like both of these players just asking for a quick second once again. And even the admin just double checking that the map version was correct. And looks like we'll be starting in a couple of seconds. As everything is awesome here at the Intel Stream Masters.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
It's a little hot, but besides that, it's awesome.
Yeah, it is hot, especially under the lights. I think we're more so hot than anyone else because we are being stunned by lights consistently.
Yeah, I noticed. But it's the price you got to pay.
It's the price you got to pay when you got to sit in front, man.
Sit in front.
You get the best seats in the house. You're gonna be shined by a light all day.
I guess that's a trade-up.
Yeah. All right. Game 3 is loading between these two players. It is the final map to decide which player shall move on in second place to join Zest, who went through in first. As down here to the bottom left-hand side as the blue Terran player playing for My Insanity. It's Jjakji. And then here to the right-hand side as the admin confirms the version. We have the red Protoss player playing for Yowie Flash Wolves. It's San. All right.
All right, this map. Let's talk about this map. This map, as you can see in the middle, it has 3 ramps that kind of make this game stalematey if it gets to that stage. It's you know, I've experienced it many times in the ladder already, like especially in mirror matches. But I mean, in this matchup as well, you're gonna have Protoss camping one side, and I mean 2 force fields, 3 force fields kind of stop that ramp from ever getting up. But I mean, also there's a lot of drop play. This is actually close by air for Jjakji, so he could make something work like that from that. We'll have to wait and see exactly what he's got planned.
So do you think that Jjakji would probably need to finish this early to mid rather than let it get late? We already know how advantageous most Protoss are late.
Yeah, I definitely think on this map you would want to end it earlier than later, especially because of that reason. Those ramps are going to be such a pain.
All right, so let's find out how this is going to shape up here, because San does not want to get eliminated here, and I think for me at least, I mean, I know there's a lot of Terran fans out there, a lot of Jjakji fans out there, a lot of My Insanity fans out there, but Jjakji going through here is a bit of an upset slash surprise. I would say surprise more so than upset. I don't want to go too harsh on it, but surprise feels like the right word for me.
Yeah,
but
that seems about right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say upset because it's not like crazy that Jjakji's able to beat San, but a surprise, a small surprise, a kinder surprise.
It's a kinder surprise?
It's a kinder surprise.
Do you have them in the UK?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you have them in Australia too?
Man, yeah, it's delicious.
There's like everybody from all the different countries like, all right, Moonglade, Nepal, we have them in the Americas. We have them in Europe, guys.
Hey, they probably do. They probably do. Do you have Mars bars?
Of course, man. What kind of question is this?
All right. Yeah, I'll just stop
asking.
I'm
like, do you have Skittles? He's like,
no.
No, actually, no.
What are Skittles?
Yeah, Skittles. All All right, so we have the Nexus been planted, then a Probe Scout. And I think we have a Reaper that's about to enter the main base. And the Mothership Core's not quite out yet, so there's a few seconds for free damage inside that main.
Might get one. Yeah, he does.
Gets a probe kill.
Oh, we got to be careful here.
Gets a probe kill. Funker, stop slacking. I was watching you, observing. You missed that probe kill. Don't slack, bro.
Come on, man. It's the last game of the day.
Last game of the day. Hold strong, Funker.
Make it through.
Make it through, man. I know you're a little bit tired, too. Everyone's a little bit tired here. But make it through, Funker. No more mistakes. You've got to have a perfect game from here on out. Don't let Adabisi and Infeza get the better side of you. So I just got told
What?
that Kinder Surprise isn't in America because it's a choke hazard for children with the toys.
Oh, really? Well, how about that?
Well, it's not actually funny, but
well, I kind of feel
that's
bad.
a surprise in itself to hear that.
Yeah, Kinder, always surprising.
Twilight Council, again from San, coming in here, favoring this today.
He loves his aggression, and I mean, it can be used defensively very well as well to deal with any sort of drops. So it makes sense. It's a nice way to play, a very safe way to play. But at the same time, you're foregoing those extra observers early. And I mean, especially on these positions, like you want observers out to see drops coming,
right?
Because they can come very easily.
I mean, so close. The natural over there. A good find with this Reaper, by the way, finds that loose probe over the other side of the map. We do have Blink, and we do have that early +1 attack again. And if it plays out the same way that we had before, Jjakji would find himself with a slight advantage that he was able to carry through. But that, of course, depends on how much San invests into this. He immediately throws down a Forge, so...
Much earlier.
Much earlier. So it doesn't seem like he's going to invest that heavily into this. Obviously not getting the second and third gateway, and the Forge instead. And a very slow Blink here.
Very slow.
Not even credit boosting into it, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Just going for the defensive Blink. Faster upgrades. Focusing on economy, but this Reaper sees all.
Sees the Forge, and he's going to go to the back here and even catch the Twilight Council. So again, Jjakji gets in. Good information gathered.
Will he get out? No, he will not. It's a shame.
No one leaves here alive.
I remember that.
All right, so Factory coming in here for Jjakji, and upon seeing the Forge this early, he should be feeling fine here. This is not going to be aggressive at all from Sen. Throws down that robotics facility. So Blink in favor of the early robotics facility and observers. And I think more so probably because the probe got killed off so early. He was like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely harder to, when you've got no probe on the map, to put down pylons, to have sort of a place where you can reinforce and cause a lot of damage. And we see Jjakji with kind of like the standard triggering of the photon overcharge and retreating sort of style. We'll have to wait and see. I think Medivacs are a little way off still.
Yeah, Stopport just starting.
So yeah, just a little bit of a pressure on the map, which is always important. You want to kind of take the map, make sure nothing's coming, and stop that Mothership Core from sitting on full energy.
Probe's going to notice the lack of heavy amounts of units.
Yeah.
Let's see a Marauder and a single Marine, but obviously he's going to know that something is out there. Robotics Bay thrown down. It is rather late for Robotics Bay, of course, so it's 8 minutes 30 seconds, and that's all due to the fact that the Twilight Council was first rather than the robotics facility, so it is kind of late here. So this is going to be an interesting mid-game for San. He's got to play this out very cautiously. Can't afford mistakes here, and wait till he can get up towards that Colossus play.
Yeah, but Jjakji not making a move just yet, kind of just sitting out in the map, just kind of making sure nothing's coming his way. And obviously that probe did see nothing at the main base or at the naturals. He's like, wow, where are these units? Are they dropping me? Are they on my way to my natural? So, you know, a little bit of pressure added there while he waits for his medivacs. And he might just go for a double medivac drop at this point.
Yeah, it would be rather effective if he was able to land it. There's no observers on that left-hand side. You got that one inside the main base, a pylon killed over here. And you see his 3 barracks. Obviously, we wanted to find out if there's a command center or 4th and 5th soon. But we're about to see an interesting part here. Jjakji's got a good amount of supply. He's got the double medivacs out now, and he's moving out aggressively with his units. The first Colossus is only just being built here. A scan from Jjakji reveals an Immortal and a decent amount of energy on those 2 sentries. And there is that double drop, as you called it. And he's going to plant himself right inside that main base, but already San moving in position.
Yep, 4 Blink Stalkers. And he's going to drop anyway.
Yeah, 4 Blink Stalkers not going to be enough here. Photon Overcharge activated, and he's going to go straight forward. I think that's an extra gateway that's there that's been warped in. And he's even got units on the natural now, and this is where it gets tricky for San. And this is This could be tournament changing here for San. He's got to play this out right and smartly. The units on the high ground getting into the probe line a little bit there.
Yeah, doing a little bit of damage, killing a few probes.
Forcing a lack of mining there, but some units left over, and they are going to come to clean this up as the retreat has been forced here from San. And San does survive. He does survive. Doesn't take too much damage.
Not too much, but at the same time, it was kind of just a pressure play from Jjakji, trying to do the damage he can while taking this third CC again, going into Vikings. Kind of a repeat of the last game and the game before that, in a way. Like, he's kind of just halting this production of the Colossi and Gateway units so he can go for this 3-base timing that we've seen again and again from Terrans. And I don't know if it was exactly the amount of damage he wanted to do, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good damage.
Yeah, I mean, he hardly lost anything for what he was able to achieve. But I definitely felt San could have lost more, but it was a decent defense from him. But third base coming in now, and the game will move on to the mid part. And San has survived that early mid stage of the game, and the second engineering base down, so we're going to see 2-2 started nice and early here from Jjakji. No second starport though, but double drops out, and he may get a cancel on this third base if he lands this in the right position here.
Oh yeah, it's completely unguarded at this point. He could run in, stim, kill before these Colossus can get down there.
Oh, Zealot moves though. Zealot moves to give him some extra range, vision range. That's a very nice movement out there.
Oh yeah, very, very smart.
Should buy him enough time there.
If he does like a kind of like a drop in the maybe in the main at the same time, you know, could get something happening. But it looks like he's just gonna rotate up to the top there, and he actually wants to make something of this.
Yeah, that Zealot gives him the heads up to move there in time. He scans, but yeah, look at that. San's able to get there in time. Nicely played, but Jjakji still with a lot of units here. And he's... Oh, look at the arc that Jjakji has. Right side and left side. These Colossus must stay alive. There's 3 Vikings here. And all of a sudden, San is pinned on this third base. There's no photon overcharge to protect him. There's a third Colossus that gets picked off here. It's going to get picked off. The second one is gone as well. But San... Oh, no, it doesn't. It manages to survive that back one, and he does defend it. And that was a scary moment there for San.
Yeah, that was very close. Now charge lots are on the map. 1 Colossi survived, at least. 2 Colossi.
Yeah, that worked out well for San. It definitely could have gone worse there. He pulled back, he microed well.
Yeah. So that's actually a lot of damage here. And we're seeing gases go up on the third base too. I wonder if we're actually not going to just avoid seeing an SCV pool anytime soon. He's just going to go straight into a late game sort of macro mode.
Yeah, well, he's comfortably set with his upgrades at coming in at 2-2 compared to the just 1 attack upgrade and 2 armor for San. Ooh, very scary moment there for San. But he does survive on, and the game continues on once again. But Jjakji playing this one out really nicely again. Just great macro. It's the thing that's standing out the most. He's just not really making that many mistakes here.
Yeah, he's very solid on his macro, but it's getting to that stage again where Protoss want to be. They want to get to that late game. They want to have healthy upgrades. They want to have Colossi. And there isn't that much to deal with them at this point. I mean, we do have 4 Vikings on the map for now. But is he going to make any? Is he going to make any more? We do see 2 Colossi out currently. Third one actually just finished. He's going to need more Vikings if he wants to deal with this army.
Well, it's the second starport just finished up, so that will assist in that. And 3 ghosts being thrown into the mix. And hopefully here, Jjakji, if he's got his resources in the right areas, can start 3-3 upgrade soon. But he's being pressured, as we can see the Protoss armies marching forward. 3 Colossus, a bunch of Zealots, and it's a very strong army at the moment. It's 107 army supply to 82. And San, oh, a couple of units here caught out. And good micro here from Jjakji. But is he going to survive this next attack? There's quite a large onslaught about to happen.
Yeah, he's getting kind of... Looks like he might even want to sacrifice his third. He's in such of a position he doesn't really want to fight.
4-5 Vikings to 4 Colossus here.
Ugh. That is simply just not enough. I'm disgusted right now. This is going to be brutal.
3 ghosts could be very, very pivotal in this fight.
I think so for sure. He's got to get some great EMPs up.
Protoss army is very clumped up right now. It's the ideal time to land the EMPs, but maybe not the ideal time to fight it. And the SCVs are coming off, and Jjakji does not want to risk his tournament life in protecting this third. He's going to pull back, and he's going to retreat. With his SCVs, he saves them and the command center, but he has been halted from his economy on that third. And if San fights up that ramp, he would get blanketed by these EMPs. But Jjakji's gonna go for it here.
Wow, he's just straight up going to attack, and he's in a pretty good position. First Colossus goes down.
Yeah, the first one goes down. He gets a couple of good EMPs off. There's an empty Colossus on the right-hand side, just without any defense. But there's a lot of units here from San. A lot. And as we can see, equal upgrades, 2-2 apiece. Archon's at the back, attacking the factory, guys. You want to be fighting here. You don't want to be wasting your time and your energy on that factory. And Jjakji's able to buy himself a bit of time here. He's microing very well back, but the units are incredibly low at this point, and the Archons are not going down easy without the EMPs on them. But a lot of SCVs were killed in that, remember. All Jjakji's SCVs from that third. Another Colossus is here, and 30 SCVs in total. And Jjakji pinned back right now. San looking to close this one out.
Yeah, this is looking horrible. Oh, we see a drop intercepted too. Something, a counterattack. Could have done some work here. Has 4 Vikings, probably enough to deal with this Colossi. And he kind of has a nice SimCity to protect his natural here, but he's really got to get somewhere for that third CC, or he's just not gonna have enough money to keep playing. Yeah,
San's been able to work well with 65 probes. He's got more army, more probes. He's in a fantastic position here. And it's kind of a bounce back from that first fight that we saw Jjakji take that has now come back to haunt him and hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And here comes a fight. The ramp's been breached. The natural's about to be taken here. He needs to use these buildings to his advantage, filter these Zealots and Archons and units through. 170 supplied at 123. This is not good. Not good at all for Jjakji.
Not good at all. It's so hard to imagine him coming back from here. He has to rely on the SimCity 100%. He cannot really move outside because there's just too much Protoss.
Yeah, here we go. The final fight here. Jjakji won game 1 just like he did against Zest. Lost the second, is now potentially about to be slapped down and slammed out of this tournament by San, the higher ranked player, the higher finisher in WCS, and he does. He closes it 2-1. San survives and goes through in second place along Zest. 2 Protoss, the first to make it out into the top 8 here. And rather unfortunate there for Jjakji.
Yeah, a real shame for Jjakji. He played very well in those first games against Zest and San, but can never follow it up, it seems.
Oh, look at Jjakji, man.
It's a shame.
So close, but so far.
Very well played by him, though. He had a good run, even though it was a short run. He beat some really top players, so he shouldn't feel too bad.
Shouldn't feel too bad at all, and San's gone over just to say GG. They are very good friends, of course. All these Koreans very friendly to each other. And unfortunately, Jjakji is eliminated, and San is the victor. Well, that victory march, Moonglade. Swagger. Swagger.
Just massive swag there. I'm impressed with his swagger.
Very impressed. Well done to San. He climbs out today's group in second place, and we have 2 very dangerous Protoss players finding themselves in top 8 already, Zest and San. And that means that we're kind of looking forward to see who's going to go through with them now in Group B, which is being played out on the second stream if you are just tuning in now for the first time. And that group is a killer group.
It's a killer group. And I was looking at the results a little before, and I mean, Innovation 2-0ing True to begin with. Wow, this group is wide open now. And I can't wait to get over there and start watching.
Snoot is tied up against Stork. They're in game 3.
You guys better go over there and watch now.
Every game is going to be broadcast on our second stream from ESL America. So absolutely fantastic set of games over there. We'll be having a winners interview very, very shortly here with a little Susie once again. Hearing some final thoughts from San advancing into the quarterfinals. But that's it done when it comes to the casting for day 1 here, Moonglade.
That's
we'll be
right.
back again tomorrow.
We will be.
Joined by QXC.
That should be fun.
As he does arrive into China this evening and will be joining us tomorrow for the broadcast. And then hopefully after that, day 3, we'll be joined by Red Eye and Kalaris if they can make it out in time. So only going to go up.
It's only going to go up. It's only going to get better here.
Better and better and better. And we'll be covering, of course, Group C and Group D. We'll be covering Group C tomorrow on this stream in ESL America when time is due. We'll be covering Group D. So all games will be covered for you. All action will be here. But that is it done for the casting. Now let's find out what San is saying with Susie.
Okay, here we are again. I've got San with me again today. To be completely honest, and maybe this is my bias, I think a lot of people expected San and Zest to make it out of Group A, and it's because they're really good players, not just because they're Protoss playing against Terran players. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about Game 1. So in Game 1, you lost because Jjakji had amazing defense. When you lost that game, what was going through your head? 무슨 생각을 하고 있었어요?
첫 번째 경기요? 첫 번째 경기에 제가 그냥 초반에 끝내려는 승부수를 뒀는데 정지훈 선수가 약간 찌르는 빌드를 준비해가지고 서로 엇갈렸던 것 같아요.
Yeah, he just wanted to finish off that game fast, but then Jjakji just was able to hold off on it, and they just kept going back and forth, and he's like, no, that was it. So then second game, and then third game, what kind of mentality were you in when you were going into that? 그 게임 이제 2경기, 3경기 들어갔을 때
네.
생각이랑 그 컨디션이 어떠세요?
제가 첫 번째 경기를 지긴 했는데 제가 최근에 첫 번째 경기를 져도 두 번째, 세 번째 경기를 이겨서 올라간 적이 굉장히 많아요. 그래서 그때의 기억들을 다시 한번 생각해가지고 최대한 집중해서 해가지고 잘 했던 것 같아요.
All right, he says actually there's been a lot of times where he loses the first game and then is able to win the second and third. So he sat down, thought about those times, was able to concentrate, and he did it again. He won the second and third, and now he is out of groups. I mean, not out of groups. He's in groups. He's made it. You guys know what I mean. So Group A, it is now San and Zest. Before, I asked you, how confident are you to win the whole tournament? You said, I need to play against Zest to know. Now, you already played against him. How do you feel now? 지금 아까 얘기했잖아, 제스트랑 붙어야지만 알겠다고.
네.
지금 와서는 이제 우승할 확률이 얼만큼 있다고 생각해요?
일단 주성 선수랑 붙으면서 일단 약간 벽을 느껴가지고 우승은 솔직히 객관적으로 약간 힘들 것 같고 대진운만 받으면은 결승까지는 갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
Okay, he says before when he played against Zest, he did feel a bit of a wall, and he's not 100% sure if he's going to be able to win it all. But if he if he gets drawn into the right groups, he thinks he might be able to make it to the finals at least. Okay, so in pure San fashion, you have made the top 8 again. Right? Every major tournament, this guy has made it consistently to the top 8 or better. IEM in Singapore, you made second place. IEM, I have it notes here, guys. IEM in New York, you made 8. Katowice, you made 8. And here you are in Shenzhen, you made 8. What do you think are going to be the key factors to get you higher than that? 뭘 어떻게 해야지만 이제 그 8강 벽을 벗어날 수 있을까? 운이야, 연습이야?
그냥 연습도 중요하고 운도 중요하고 마음가짐도 중요한 것 같아요.
All right. He thinks a little bit of luck, a lot of practice. They're both important, but also just how much he wants it and how consistently he's taking care of himself is an important factor. So, all right. Well, congratulations. You have finally made it to the top 8 again, and I mean, I can't wait to see how far you and Zest get out. Who do you, besides Zest, who do you not want to face? 만나기 싫은 사람.
만나기 싫은 사람은 그냥 딱히 없고 만나고 싶은 사람은 일단 영서 만났으면 좋겠는데.
Why?
쉬워서요.
Okay, I asked him, is there anyone that you don't want to face? He's like, nah, not really, but there is someone I do want to play against, and that's Tasia. So I asked him why, and he goes, because it's easy to beat Tasia. You know, San and Tasia are really good friends. How long have you known him?
대략 한 3, 4년 정도 친하게 지냈던 것 같아요.
And then do you like trash talk each other all the time?
저는 할 수 있는데 영서는 못하죠, 동생이니까.
He says, I trash talk him all the time, but since Tasia is younger than him, it would be disrespectful for him to say anything to him, and so he kind of has the upper hand on that. All right, well, I guess that's going to be it for our interview, and I think that's it for our day. Go ahead and watch the stream on the second stream. The Group B games are going on right now. Did you watch any of the Group B games? Do you know what the Group B games are like? 지금 B조가 어떻게 되는지 알고 있어?
아니요, 저 몰라요.
지금 가봐야지. All right, San and I are going to go watch the Group B games as well. So that'll be it, and we're going to tune out for today.